Hello Africa, welcome to the CGC show on AETV. AETV is the voice of higher education in Africa. We are coming to you live from the headquarters of the Association of African Universities here in Accra, Ghana. My name is Adjoa Omie and I am your host. Don't forget the show is proudly brought to you by the Association of African Universities. You can join in the conversation by visiting our social media platforms at A_TV on Twitter, Association of African Universities on Facebook and YouTube, and at AETV Official on Instagram. Today we'll be discussing disc jockey or DJ as a career. My guest is here in the studios. I'll introduce her after the break. Big thank you going out to GD Makeover for my beautiful makeup, and of course Akosia Collection GH for my outfit. We'll be back after the break. Stay tuned. In case you just tuned in, you are watching the CGC show on AETV, and today we will be discussing disc jockey, which is DJing as a career. My guest is in the person of Miss Michelle Yeboah, who is a renowned DJ in Ghana here to tell us, give us everything you need to know about DJing as a career. Welcome on the show.
Thank you.
I like your mask. Is that
Thank
your
you.
brand or something?
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
Kindly give us an introduction. What do you do? Who are you? Tell us. What's
Okay, so like you said, the name is Michelle Yeboah, but I mean DJing is the max DJ because the mask,
Okay.
And I've been DJing for like about 8 years now,
Wow.
and I mean, so far as I'm still doing something, it means something is working. So that's why I'm here today to talk to you about being a DJ as a career.
How has the journey been for you?
It's been good, but I mean with everything or even every career path, there is the good and there is the bad. So there's been some ups and downs, but we've been able to work around it.
I see. When did you decide to do DJing or take that as a career path?
With I don't even remember like the exact particular time I'm like, okay, I want to take DJing as a career, but what I know is, and even with all these revelations, I realized them later after I became a DJ, because I realized that since growing up, I've always wanted to do something related to music, but it didn't. I can't sing, I can't dance, I mean, but I knew, and I mean, when I watch TV then, and I see a DJ, be it a woman or a man, I'm like, like, there was a strong connection, like, this is what I think I want to do. But then, looking at it, I mean, even with now, currently, being a DJ still has its own pros and cons. So imagine that time, So I never really thought of it as a career choice, but I just knew that there was some sort of connection. So when I was in senior high school, I think I told a couple of friends, but it still didn't make sense. Like, why do you even want to be a DJ? Being a female too on top. So like, but I just left it like that. I think I want to be a DJ. So I went to university and I had the software. So I was just playing with it on my laptop. It was just something I was doing when I'm bored. Because I'm like, okay, but I didn't even really know how to use it. But just because I felt that was what I wanted to do, I was just practicing until I met someone who said, oh, he could teach me how to DJ. And he taught me, and I've been doing it from.
That's quite impressive. And you've been in the game for
for like 8 years.
Interesting. Would you, before I ask my next question, would you classify DJing or disc jockey as a creative art industry or an entrepreneurial business?
I think it's creative arts.
It's creative arts.
It's creative arts.
Why?
Because I mean, so far as you're playing music, you need to have you need to have an ear for good music. You need to know what the crowd wants to listen to, and most of the times, because the art of DJing has to do with the people dancing, people really don't look at their work the DJ is putting in to put out. Because if I say everyone here should play music, everyone can play music from their phones. But then it's how the music is going to follow each other, the sequence, how to know the vibe is right. So it definitely has something to do with creativity. That's how come I feel it's more of a creative venture than an entrepreneurial venture.
Business. So you don't go in for the money per se?
No. I didn't go up saying I wanted to be a DJ for the money. No.
I see. You mentioned that there's definitely pros and cons to this
Yes.
business, but we'll delve deeper into that. I'd want you to tell me, if someone wants to become a DJ, what are some of the qualities that he or she needs to have? We are not even talking about the skill, the
Yeah.
inbuilt qualities that a person should have before he or she can say that I want to become a DJ.
I think that one it will depend. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
Everyone is different. So it will definitely depend on you, the person, and your qualities. So I can't even say for a fact that you need to do this or you need to have that to be a DJ. I mean, when everyone has their talents. Like you are hosting the show now.
Yeah.
I mean, you realized what you wanted to do, and that's what has brought you here. So I
Okay.
think it's an individual thing for everyone. So I cannot speak for everyone.
Everyone,
Yeah, but I
okay.
think if you know this is your talent, you know this is your talent. So it's just up to you to work on it to make it happen. Yeah.
But let's take you for example.
Yeah.
What do you think are the qualities that have helped you scale up in your career?
Basically, liking music is the first thing because DJing has to be with it has to be about music.
Okay.
So I've always found like I like music too much for, let me say, a normal person. Everyone listens to music, that's a fact. But I mean, there are people who go out of their way to find new music and want to share it with other people.
Yeah.
So yeah, in sharing music with other people, you realize, oh, okay, then you go with that.
And when we say disc jockey, DJing, we all know it's just you getting the, how do you call it, the
Turntables,
turntables,
yeah.
doing your scratches, all of
Yeah.
that. Do we have any, like, can you give us a definition of disc jockey?
So I think the general definition of a disc jockey is someone who breaks music to people. Normally, people now we play what everyone wants to hear because maybe that's what's trendy. But ideally, one of the things the DJ is always supposed to do is introducing his or her audience to new music and getting them to like feel, like it's just about exploring.
Yeah.
So yeah, being a DJ is getting your audience to enjoy music, dance to the music, and yeah.
You being a female, has there been any form of any form of discrimination or, I don't know, probably stigmatization, anything?
Yeah, like even with every other career choice, being a woman is a bit harder than, but with disc jockeying is something that is really, really, really male dominated. It's assumed it's a man's job automatically. So it's like being a woman and then trying to break into that kind of field. It's a bit difficult because everyone thinks it's supposed to be for men. You get that kind of thing. So yes, it's been difficult, and I think it comes with you proving how good you are or how like. Because if you do it for a certain while, I think people just forget the fact that, oh, okay, it's a man's job or it's a woman's job. Because at the end of the day, they are looking at what you bring when you are doing. Yeah, but in the beginning, yeah, it looked like, why do you want to be a DJ? Why do you want to be a DJ? It's for men, it's for men. But, I mean, we are here now, so.
But I see a lot of female DJs growing in Africa, especially Ghana, Nigeria, and South Africa. I see them like coming into the industry.
I think 8 years ago when I wanted to be a DJ, I knew of only one female DJ, only one. But now I can maybe I can get you about 8 or 10 DJs, female DJs.
Yeah.
So people are embracing it, and they are doing extremely well.
Yeah.
Yes, all of them that I know are doing extremely well. So.
What do you think has made you people get the recognition that you are getting right now?
I think basically it's society trying to understand that we have put ourselves in a box. There's nothing like this one is for men and this one is for women.
Yeah.
We are all human beings. So far as you can walk, go and come, I can also walk, go and come. I don't see why we should say, okay, this one is for men and this one is for women. So I think people are breaking out of that box when it comes to career opportunities. And I think that it's actually a beautiful thing because, to be honest, being a DJ is not easy. So because there is the whole equipment back and forth, there's like a lot of technical side to being a DJ. So being a woman, even if you are not I don't know the word to use, but you should have some sort of to go mentality. Like you need to get things done, you need to set things up because you don't have someone following you to go set up your controllers and stuff. There's a lot of wiring and you have to do all yourself. So I think we've just come to a place where women also believe they can do everything.
Yeah.
Maybe we weren't given the opportunity then, or we were put in a box, but now I think people feel like, okay, so far as I can do this and do it well, I'm going to do it regardless of the agenda.
I see.
Yeah.
you have your mask on,
Yeah.
and your name is actually your
Max
brand
DJ.
name. You work under the brand name the Mask
DJ.
DJ.
Yeah.
Has your branding played a major role in your career?
No, because when I started out, I wasn't doing I wasn't wearing the mask.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't. I started wearing the mask, I think, 2014, 2015 thereabout.
Okay.
So it didn't really have anything to do with it. Because then again, like I said, if I come and I'm a bad DJ, for lack of a better word. If I'm a bad DJ, the mask is not going to change the fact that I'm a bad DJ. And if I'm a good DJ too, the mask is not going to change the fact that I'm a good DJ. So this is just for the branding, but I think it has nothing to do with how good or how bad. If I'm bad, I'm bad. If I'm good, I'm good. Yeah. It's just an identity. It's just to be different from everyone. It's just to stand out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I see a couple of DJs, some have like all pink all the time. Some people are dressed up all black all the time.
Okay.
So those are the things that they use to identify.
Probably that's their personal. They might have their reasons. I don't know. But even with the max too, I'm really, really a shy person. I wanted to be different. I wanted to stand out. And I also didn't want to deal with people when I'm DJing, because I remember an incident where someone said something, and maybe to him it wouldn't be a big deal, but for me, starting out at that time, it felt wrong to me, and I was sad about it. I'm like, okay, if I'm going to do this DJing thing, I need to figure out a way where I wouldn't have to deal with people coming over to even talk to me. I wanted it to be unapproachable. I wanted it to be anonymous. So you are just listening to the music that's coming, but you have no business interacting with me whilst I DJ. So that's basically how come the mask came into being.
I see. I would want you to talk more about how to become a DJ. Some of the things that you need in terms of equipment and probably training that you need to go through. So we'll do that after the break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. This is still the CGC show on AAU-TV, and we have been discussing disc jockey as a career. My guest, Miss Michelle Yeboah, who works under the brand name The Mask DJ, has talked about, she has actually shared her experience in the industry and some of the things that, the skills that she based on to analyze or to conclude that she wants to do DJing. I would want you to tell me, if someone in the university wants to become a DJ, what are some of the courses that he or she needs to study?
I don't even know, but just like every other creative person, I mean, let's take a painter, for example. When someone says they're a painter, I don't think, well, people go to school to learn these things, but normally before someone says, okay, I'm going to a painting school, he or she has done a few things to know that, okay, I can paint. It's only when people enter these things for, I mean, the money, that's when then they go to learn their skills. But most creators already know how to do what they want to do. So going to school is actually a top-up or to just perfect whatever skills they have. But with DJing, I think normally what people do is they go to Ghana Institute of Journalism, because I think most people do radio. So that's, but I didn't go to a DJing school. I wouldn't advise anyone to go to a DJ school, not because it's good. It's good if you want to go to a DJ. In future, I mean, I would like to go to certain schools to learn certain things to make my craft better and more professional. But it's one of those things too that you can do without not going to school. So I don't even have, unless you are going to a music school. I know there are DJing schools, there are production schools. So unless you are going to school to specifically learn that, I don't think as of now our universities offer any course directly for DJs. Yes. So, but there are online courses. There are online courses you can pay for, and then you get certifications at the end. And there are other schools, I know for outside, I don't really know about Ghana, that you can also go to DJing schools. But with our universities, I don't know what course you have to study to be a DJ.
So basically, it doesn't have any educational limitation.
No.
You only need to have a skill.
Yes, we have DJs who have like a very high academic background. We have some who have no academic background, but when it comes into the DJing field, they can be on the same level. I have DJing colleagues who one was actually a professor at Ashesi University, a grown married man, but he's a DJ.
DJ, wow.
But but people will be wondering, okay, DJs are school dropouts. No, I know a lot of DJs, master's holders, undergraduate degree holders. It's not everyone who is a dropout. Yes.
But the DJ is mostly like an afterthought for a lot of people. They try other things and later decide to settle with DJing. I don't know if I should.
Then that's their personal approach to life. Yeah, because I went to school. I was at University of Ghana, but when I finished University of Ghana, I didn't even do my national service. I wanted to be a DJ. I finished school, so I'll be a DJ. That's what I'm doing. Okay. But people I understand when you say people, because growing up, most of the DJs we weren't calling them DJs, we were calling them spinners that we used to see in the neighborhood and stuff looked like people who who don't have any educational background. But I think it was, sometimes life makes you choose certain things. Some too, maybe they had the passion to do it, not just so they feel, okay, if I can be a DJ, why bother going to school before I become a DJ? Okay. So like I said, I know DJs who have very, very high academic backgrounds, and I know some too who do not have any academic backgrounds. So it depends on the individual.
Let's come to the job market. How do you get your clients?
I think with DJing, it's more about referrals and sometimes people come to your events and then maybe after your set, they are like, oh, can I get a card? Can I get a number? Okay. So you'll be there. Sometimes it can even be years. Then someone will call you and say, oh, I saw you on this day, blah, blah, blah. I'd like you to come in. So normally that's how it works. And then now we have the power of social media as well. Yeah. The more you post, you are putting your stuff online. So people have the freedom or the range to just go check out the DJs. Maybe we want a DJ in Accra, check out the DJs in Accra, and then they will choose their choice based on their own preference. So I think that has helped as well. Social media has really helped.
Social media. I wanted to ask you about that. Okay. But I think right now is more or less like a lot of people are on social media.
Yes.
Not all of us, but a lot of people are there. So if you are able to do your work and showcase to the people via social media, everyone will see it.
Yeah. And I think one thing I realized with DJing is the more events or the more gigs you play or you get, the more clients you get, because I think people need you to be fresh in their minds. Like they need to always remember you. So if you are not doing anything at all, people also look at it like, okay, then they are not doing the DJing again, or they are on a... So it's like the more you do the events, the more you get booked for other events. Yeah.
I see. How challenging can this job be?
It's very challenging because in being a DJ, I've been robbed twice. I've had a car accident once because you work at night a lot and it's risky. It doesn't even depend on whether you're a man or a woman. It's risky. And I know most of my DJ colleagues have always spoken about being robbed, going home at night, and all those kind of things. But every job has its bad side. So if this is ours, it comes, you deal with it, and then you find another alternative.
Do you mind sharing your worst experience in the game so far?
Every time I think about this thing, I don't think I have a word. I don't think I have a word, but whatever reservations I've had then for my DJing career had to do with if people were going to accept it as my career path, or because like you said with the dropout thing, I think about 3 years ago, someone texted me, and from the tone of her message, an old friend from school, it sounded like things didn't go well for you, and then you chose to be a DJ. But sweetheart, I might be earning more than you are earning with your office job. Yeah. So nothing happened. This is what I want to do. It's me chasing my dreams. Yeah. Irrespective of whether in the society I am, it's being looked down upon or not. So yeah, I think one of those things. And then you have family to think about. My family were supportive, for lack of a better way. Yes, they were supportive. It was my dad, I won't say he wasn't supportive, but he was just looking out for his child. Like, you want to be a DJ as a female, is it even worth it, to throw everything away and be a DJ? That was his worry. So in the beginning, it looked like it's not. It's like when you talk about it, or when he sees it, it's like, okay, it's a phase. You are going to get over it and then move on. But as time went on, he realized that, okay, this is what she wants to do, and then she's surviving perfectly on it. So And now I think now he's way cool about it than, yeah.
For somebody who has the passion for DJ and wants to start up, what are some of the equipment that he or she needs to get to prepare him or herself for the job market?
Truth of the matter is, you can be a DJ with just your laptop, and then your sound code. I mean, since the speakers already have it. But the thing is, in every job, there are skills, there are upgrades. When I started out, it was just me and my laptop. But after let me say stages, there are levels. When you finish with the laptop, you feel like, okay, I can do better than what I have done now. So let me upgrade my software and my my hardware as well. So maybe you buy a turntable. When I started on my turntable, I don't even call it a turntable, it was a device. It was as small, like, you know, the plastic ruler we use, and it was really, really small, and it was very it was very limited. It was very limiting to what I wanted to do as a DJ. It was just stuck to one software. You couldn't do a lot. So when I had that one, I felt like, it's like I'm limiting myself. I can still do better. So it's like with every hardware I'm buying, it's better than the one I had before. Because the more you grow, you also want to grow your skills and stuff. So that's basically it. But one problem with gadgets, even generally, it's not even just DJs, it's difficult to get gadgets in Accra.
Okay.
So when it comes to DJing, it's extra difficult. Normally, you have to buy everything
outside
and get someone to bring it to you, or you ship it. And so it's actually one of my dreams to get like a flagship DJ store in Accra very soon, to make it easier because I know a lot of DJs also complain about it. Like, do I have to order everything if I want to get it? And then also, because we have like lack of, like we were saying about the schools, there is no school like, okay, you can't learn from primary school, even university, there's no one teaching you how to be a DJ. So what I wanted to do personally was I didn't want I didn't want females to go through the same things I went through when I was starting out. So there's this initiative my manager and I tried to put out, but we haven't even started work on it because when we thought of it, that was when the COVID started. So that was last year. So we couldn't even like start. And then this year too, we're not in a lockdown, but we can't go out and stuff as much as before. So we are still waiting. I just wanted to do create like a community whereby we train young women who want to be DJs and producers.
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't even want to look at people in Accra and stuff because I feel in Accra things are pretty easier. Like you're exposed to a lot of things other people in rural areas are not exposed to. But I will shock you go to a village and there's a girl there who wants to be a DJ.
Yeah.
Even though she doesn't know where to start from.
Yeah.
So that's the plan to like bridge the gap between young female DJs and then the job market. So we'll work on that one in future very soon.
You mentioned that COVID has really impacted the sector. And I do hope that things get better for you people to start getting your money and then all of that. I know aside the challenges, there are a whole lot of benefits that you enjoy being a DJ. Like you getting to wear anything at all.
Yes.
Tell me some of the benefits. Probably I'll change my mind about
No, don't change your mind. Don't change your Okay. Benefit. I mean, if you're getting the gigs, then it means you're getting money. You're getting money. So, and money is always a motivation for everything. So then there's money. Then sometimes there are free gifts. I mean, people give you stuff just because, okay, you are the DJ. And then what else? Sometimes you have professional treatment to enter certain places. Yeah. It's pretty easy because, I mean, especially nightlife, they know you. Oh, okay, that's the DJ. Oh, let them go. I mean, there are small benefits, but
DJ, you guys work. You even mentioned that you guys work hand in hand with producers, the music producers.
Yes.
How do you guys work together?
I think in that regard has to do with those who are transitioning from. Okay, they're not transitioning; they are just adding up.
Okay.
Like myself, I've been DJing for like 8 years, but I don't even call it my first song. It was a feature I did. An artist in Nigeria, her management reached out. They wanted me to do like a house music version of her song.
Okay.
So yeah, because I started producing fresh. I don't even have my own song out released yet. So they sent that and then I had to remix it and then it was released last year in November. And DJs and producers have a lot of, I don't call it similarities, but I mean, even our gadgets and our gear is almost like the same. So it's normally easy for a producer to switch being a DJ, and it's easy too for a DJ to switch being a producer.
Okay.
And I think now we've gotten to a part where most DJs are producers on the side, and most producers too are DJs on the side. So,
I see. How do you deal with criticisms?
oh, I take it. You know, when people criticize you, we have people who are criticizing you because they want you to be like the best version of yourself, and then we have those who are just saying it because what you are doing even annoys them. Like, so I mean, when you criticize me, and it makes sense. Like, I feel like, okay, what you are saying, actually, I can apply to what I'm doing and be a better person. I don't see why I should get offended. I'll listen to it and try to apply it. But that doesn't mean that anything everyone also tells you is the truth. The fact that you are criticizing me about this doesn't mean it's not working for me. If it's working for me, the fact that you don't like it doesn't mean that it's bad.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it depends on what kind of criticism it is and how it applies to what I'm doing and how I can use it to better myself.
Looking at the creative industry, and as we are talking about DJing, looking at the, DJing in the creative industry, do you think DJing is doing better? Or how do you think that
yes, I think generally it's doing way better than before, because I know it was at a particular time the only popular DJ we all knew in Accra was DJ Black. Everyone was talking about DJ Black, DJ Black, DJ Black. But now there are a lot of like even younger ones who have come up and they are doing amazing things with their craft. So I think generally with DJing in Accra, the space has opened up. There are more people looking forward to working in that sector. And I mean, it's beautiful to watch because, looking at it from then and then looking at it now, it's a good thing.
What do you think can be done to improve the sector?
Generally, our creative arts industry needs to... A lot of things needs to be done, generally, not even just with the DJs. And I feel when all those things are done, it will trickle down. It's always an ecosystem. When the musicians are happy, DJs will be happy, producers will be happy. And it works hand in hand. So I can't even say for a fact that, oh, they should do this or they should do that. But like you said, with the school like this, I don't know, maybe people... I think there are schools.
Yeah.
But it should be more like... It should be more forward. It should be more front and center. Because I've been thinking, I'm trying to even remember one school does that. I don't know, maybe I haven't done my research, but off the top of my head, I should be able to tell you one DJ in school. But yeah, it should be front and center. We are not getting that. So I think generally we need to like just open up the creative industry. Check. We have some few things to do that will make like our industry the best. And when we do that, I mean the DJs too will also get their due in that.
Where do you see the industry in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, right now, I think with the amount of creative work even coming out from Ghana and even Africa as a whole, it's beautiful to watch. Unlike a few years back, people are, let me say, going back to their roots and bringing it back to the future. So it's like you are focusing on your heritage, all right, but you are also giving it back to the current generation in such a way that it's still appealing, it's still fresh. So I'm hoping it gets bigger and better, because the more bigger it gets, the more everyone is happy, everyone is getting paid and getting their due and recognition. So I hope in the next 5-10 years we'll be way bigger than we are now. Female DJs will be very normal. Right now, if we have about 10 DJs, I need to see like about 1,000 female DJs. We should make it feel like it's normal to be a DJ. Yeah. Enough of the stereotypes and stuff, and I feel we'll be good to go.
There are some misconceptions about DJing, I mean disc jockey. The most common one is the fact that it is not a serious job.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that?
It's not serious though. What does serious even mean? Is it because they don't wake up in the morning to go to work, or... I feel every job is done to give you some sort of consideration. You're doing it because of the money. You're doing it because you like it. So it might not be serious to you because you're not the one who's doing it. But I think it will be serious to the one. But that's what I'm saying. Where we are from, or where, yes, it's like being a DJ is, like we said, the school dropout thing. So people think it's not relevant. It's not a right career choice, but career, we all can do the same thing. We all can be doctors. We all can be professors. If we are all doctors, when we go to the party, who's going to play the music? Somebody has to do it. So, I don't think it's not serious. Yeah, that people look at it like it's a bit leisurely or it's a bit free. Actually, it's not.
It is not.
It's not, because you have to prep before then you have to go to the gig. That I don't think there's.
So you guys carry your stuff all around?
Yes. In the case where the event already has the turntable, then you are just going to take your laptop. But if they don't, then you have to carry your laptop and your turntable. Most of the time, the gigs have speakers already, so you are just going with your turntable and your laptop.
Then I must say that you are doing a very, very impressive job. You are doing a very impressive. What would you like to say to people who would want to do DJing as a career? Who would want to take DJing as a career?
They should go on. I mean, they should do it. They should do it. I've seen my ups and I've seen my downs as well, and my up outweighs my down. So, and that's the most important thing. If you are doing something and you are not getting the results you need or the feedback you need, it means you are doing something wrong, or it's not for you, or it's just not going your way. But if you're doing it and it's going well, then I feel you should actually encourage more people to do it. They might not use the same method or process you used in getting your results, but I feel everything is worth trying. So if you want to be a DJ, I feel you should go for it. Even though people say, like you said, it's not serious, but at the end of the day, you're getting your money, you're happy, you're good to go.
Thank you so much for coming on the show to share all of the insights of DJing as a career and everything. Thank you so much for making time. You have been watching the CGC show on AAE TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we discussed DJing as a career, and our guest, Michelle Yeboah, came to the studio to tell us all about DJing as a career. If you have any questions, any suggestions, you can send them via the WhatsApp number on your screen, and also share them with us on our social media platforms at AE_TV on Twitter, Association of African Universities on Facebook and YouTube, and at AETV Official on Instagram. Big thank you going out to GD Makeover for my makeup, and of course Akusia Collections GH for my outfit. My name is Adjoa Omie, and I have been your host. I'll see you next time.